Hey guys, 91 Extreme RT here with another World of Warcraft patch 6.0 Druid macro. I got really bored of leveling my Druid, so I just boosted it from 65 to 90. Went on the auction house, spent like 30,000 gold and enchanted everything and got a whole bunch of epic gear here. And just ran a dungeon with this new macro that I made, and it works pretty slick. So for those of you that don't know what a bar swap macro is, pretty much the gist of it is that you have a macro on each of your different bars. So if you look right here, so you got bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, and on each of those separate macros you put the macro in the same spot and you tell the macro to jump to the next bar, and on that next bar you have a separate macro. Then when that macro runs through, you tell it to jump to the next bar. So basically it gets around the leading zero elimination problem for scripting with macros. So basically what I have here is, go to my toolkit. AB1 is my action bar 1, AB2 is action bar 2, AB3 is action bar 3. Action bar 1, pretty much how I have this set up for is for raid healing, and I just did it in a dungeon and it ran perfectly fine. So no lockups or anything like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all these macros in the description box below, and I'll label them action bar 1, action bar 2, action bar 3. I had to take off my bartender add-on that I had for all my custom bars for this to work properly, but whatever, because it works pretty slick. So so yeah, action bar 1 right here, it'll cast Wild Growth at the player. Then it'll swap action bar from 1 to 2. Then it'll jump to this one. It'll do Wild Mushroom and cast a whole bunch of Wrath, Force of Nature, Wild Growth. And basically how this is all timed out is that it'll recast everything on cooldown. Then cast sequence is your at focus, Lifebloom, Rejuve, and a whole bunch of Wraths again. And then it goes from action bar 3 and then it goes back to 1. So when I spam this, when you watch it, if you look right here, it'll go 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 very fast. The key to this macro is, let's go to my talents here. Glyphs, it really doesn't matter what you use, like, because there isn't anything really healing related that's worth a damn. You could take Glyph of Regrowth, I guess. But as much as I use it now, leveling up I use it all the time, but as much as I use it now, it's personal preference what you want to do. Like, I have a separate like oh shit macro that I use, that's right here. Reset equals target, nature swiftness, healing touch, so it'll auto cast or instant cast healing touch, and then I'll put iron bark on them and then start casting regrowth. So you could do that too, I guess, if you want, and then use the glyph for regrowth to give it a 100% crit chance. But anyways, as for my talents, I have 1 1 3 3 3 and 2 on the last one here. And the whole key to this macro is, like, when you're in a group, let's pretend a Corla right here. Damn it, I gotta move these things again. Move frame, unlock frame. Moved right there. Lock frame. Alright, move frame, unlock frame. You're gonna get moved right there. Lock frame. Alright, now what we're gonna do is say Corla right here is the tank. Alright, so you're going to set your focus to tank, because my macro is set specifically to keep the Lifebloom and Rejuvenation up on the focus. So I like to have them right there, have, you know, me right here and my other 2 targets over here. Alright, so basically what's going to happen is, so when I got Corla on focus right now, I'm going to target the training dummy right here, and I'm just going to spam the living shit out of this one button here, because if you look right here, here's my one button. Actually, I got to reset my key binding because the server kind of crashed before and it didn't save my key binds here. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, or 6, That's 5. And this one is going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got a G500 mouse, or G whatever hell mouse, I forget what the hell it is now. So basically what's going to happen here is that I'm going to spam the hell. If you look at all 3 of my bars here, like action bar 3, 2, 1, I have everything set up the same, because if you have different abilities on all these bars, or if you have different abilities set up, when you're spamming this button, it's going to be like a rave in your face with all these different abilities flashing all over the place. It annoyed the hell out of me, and that was like the first thing I changed. So, alright, so I got Corla on focus. I'm going to target the training dummy here, and I'm just going to spam my number 1 button right here on my mouse, and it's going to go to work. So when you get your Omen of Clarity procs, that's why I have the regrowth right there, so I can just throw that. You can set it to target at focus if you want, or you can have 2 of them, one for yourself, one for your focus, or one that you can, say if you're in raid and you want to cast it on a specific person, you can do that too. It's all personal preference when it comes to that. So yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty much, it makes it a 1 button, even though it's actually 3 different buttons. Because if you look at right here in the middle, right here, look at the action bars, it's just flying through them. And it's using everything in order the way it's supposed to. And I did a dungeon. There was only a couple times where I had to give a tank a quick regrowth or use my oh shit button. But the dungeon went really fast, really smooth, which is pretty good considering it's the first time I use this macro, so I'm still getting used to it. So yeah. Now I do not have, if you notice, I don't have the glyph of Wild Mushroom. It's a minor glyph to place it on the ground. If you do that, it won't work. Right now it's set up to drop it right on your own character. But again, that's personal preference. If you don't want that, you can take it off. Same with the Force of Nature, with these trees that are here that pop up. On cooldown, it's set up to pop them up as soon as I have a charge available for them. Like, it's up to you really what you want to do. So if you don't want Force of Nature, which I think is pretty sweet, you can take that out of the macro. And you can take Soul of the Forest if you want, or if you prefer Incarnation Tree of Life. You can mix and match pretty much anything you want. But again, you know, this macro specifically that I have in the description box below is for this specific setup. But I would say just give it a whirl. Let me know what you think. I'm going to do some LFRs with it. If it works as good as it did in the dungeons, it's going to be pretty epic healing, because it's just going to pile on the healing. And I don't even remotely ever have a mana issue, like, you know, because Wrath is free to cast. So the only time I'm using mana is when I drop, like, use my trees, or if I do my Wild Mushroom or Wild Growth, or if I decide, you know, if I decided, like right here, if I want to do a Tranquility. I mean, it really depends. But even then, I mean, my mana regen is so high, you just keep spamming it, and you're good to go. I use this in a Battleground also, and it worked pretty slick. So yeah, for those of you lazy gamers out there, this is going to be pretty good for you. But yeah, like I said, you can't have any add-on stuff for your action bars, at least not that I know of. Because I just made this macro, and this was the quickest and easiest way to do it. It was just use a standard default UI. So yeah, let's just hop in my tree farm here. Hey, why the hell not? Just keep spamming and spamming. I'm targeted on this character here, so not only am I doing damage and helping the raid, with how the reason why I'm spamming Wrath, if you didn't figure it out now, and if you're a level 90 Druid, you probably know why exactly I'm spamming Wrath. It's because of my one talent right here, Dream of Cenarius. Increase Wrath damage by 20%, and your Wrath spell causes a nearby ally to be healed for 150% of the damage done. So that's why you keep spamming it, because it's pretty much free heals. When you're casting that Wrath, it's free heals with that talent. So I mean, it does cost 0 mana to cast Wrath, so... You know, I mean, casting Wrath while they're using an ability, it sucks some of my mana, but... No, I never go under 90% mana, ever. I sit at 100 most of the time, and everything just keeps getting healed. I think the lowest I'll go is 93 or 94%, so... Ooh, there went 90. I'm a Wild Mushroom proc. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little Druid level 90 Resto macro. I'm gonna hop out of my damn form here. Travel form, bear form. Wait, no, there's bear form. There's goddamn lion form, whatever the hell it is. Travel. Oh, now I'm in the air. What the hell? Huh. Weird. Okay. I was a moose and then I was a bat. That was kind of odd for travel form. I know they did something with that. Ah, it's because I jumped in the air. That's why. Maybe I'll do it again. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.